The question is that the motion be agreed to, and I call the member for Dunkley.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. It's a red bell. The new National Cultural Policy presents a much-needed boost to our arts industry, and it promises a revival to the community of creative Australians, and it brings with it, for the first time in a very long time, government direction. This cultural policy is the third of its kind, following Paul Keating's Creative Nation and Julia Gillard's Creative Australia. It's a proud Labor legacy, and I'm proud to be of a government that is continuing it. And we have an amazing arts sector in Dunkley. For example, last weekend on Saturday night, it was on display in a magical way. The 4th Stellar Short Film Festival was at the McClelland Sculpture Park and Gallery on Saturday, and you couldn't find a more beautiful venue outside amongst the sculptures and the gum trees, the stars, local food vans and refreshments. That spirited lot gets a big shout out. Just amazing. It's one of those events that once you've been to, you can't stop coming back. It's everything that is great and innovative and inspiring about Australian cinematic culture. It's one of a kind in our country, and it's run by, created by, it's the heart and soul of Dunkley locals. There was about 1,000 people who were there on Saturday night enjoying film, as I said, food and beverages from locals. Many people went with their family and friends, and we had artists who, from all the sectors that are involved in making film from around the country. 12 of the best award-winning Australian films from 2020 to 2022 were showcased and competed for prizes from a panel of film judges so impressive. Michael Caton, known for The Castle, and much more. Scott Major, you remember him from Heartbreak High. Natalie Erica James from Relic. Bradley Slade from Lost and Found. And Tilda Coben-Harvey from Hotel Mumbai, all enjoying everything that Langwarrin had to offer at McClelland Sculpture Park. Filmmakers and actors flew in from around the country. I want to make special mention of one of the films from the night, Tarneet, which was directed by John Sheedy, won an award on Saturday night, and I have to say, sorry everyone else, was my favourite. It's a beautiful film which tells the story of Tyrone and Clinton living in Tarneet in Melbourne, deeply bonded teenage young men. They were deeply bonded partly because they were both deaf, partly through a shared sense of neglect and the hardships of life, and mostly because they shared a dream of one day escaping that harsh violence that swirled around them. The film was particularly special as the actors are deaf, and we were able to, with the organisers of Stellar, make sure that they could attend the event, receive awards on the film's behalf on the night, and be genuinely, absolutely included, because the organisers of Stellar arranged for Auslan interpreters, I must say at significant expense, to be able to be there to make sure that the brilliant young actors could be part of this event in a full and heartfelt way. So we know how important the arts sector is in my community. Frankston and Mount Eliza and the surrounds is full of visual artists, museums, writers, content creators and more, and I've spoken of many of them over the last 4 years in this parliament. These are people who went out of their way to contribute prior to the last election to shaping our national arts policy, being part of a forum online with the Arts Minister to share their experiences, their ideas and their encouragement to the then Shadow Minister to move forward with a comprehensive policy. So now that we've launched Revive, the cultural policy that my community were looking for, I'm very excited that in a few weeks the now Arts Minister is coming back to Dunkley to catch up again with many of these local voices to talk about where to from here. And in my last 5 seconds, I want to give a big shout out to the upcoming Big Picture Fest hosted by Frankston City Council and congratulate them. It will be something to be seen and not to be missed.